Greetings and welcome to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. Last episode, we went to the Hades Gamma Cluster and completed our full Paragon quest. We eliminated a bunch of biotics who kidnapped and drugged some scientists. We managed to do that without any civilian casualties. And today we're going to the Argos Row system to finish up the Rachni quest, which is this one, UNC Depot Sigma 23. The data you found at listening post data indicates that a supply ship came from Depot Sigma 23 in the Gorgon system just before the attacks on listening post Alpha and Theta. That supply depot is likely where the Rachni infestation originated. So we have to go to the Gorgon system and locate Depot Sigma 23. And in between episodes, I did some shopping. On the Citadel, I found a better armor, but still not Colossus. And I already came here in the Gorgon system after that. So we can begin right away. So, let's read the planets real quick. Slacon. Orbiting at an unbelievable distance of 710 ALI over 66 billion kilometers from Gorgon, Slacon is a huge gas giant with an atmosphere tainted by methane and chlorine. Interesting. Sharp blue. Okay. A standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. The methane in Sharp Blue's atmosphere gives it an azure hue. The Asari crew who initially surveyed the system during Earth's 17th century named Sharp Blue after a then popular soprano. The singer was renowned for her unusual skin tone, which was quite similar to that of the planet. Alright. Next planet is Cameron. Is a terrestrial world with a thin atmosphere of carbon dioxide and argon. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of nickel. Like Wu, Cameron is tidelocked to the blue giant, forever looking into the face of the Gorgon. Cool. Next planet, Vectra. Nothing to survey yet. Interesting. Vectra is a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane and sodium in its atmosphere. The heat of the star Gorgon is slowly blasting away the gas giant's massive atmosphere, which is visible as long, dim tail that trails behind the planet. Okay, and finally we got Wu. Is a terrestrial planet only known from scan data picked up by unmanned probes. Though over 76 ALI from the blue giant Gorgon, temperatures in Wu's orbits are still dangerously high. Only ships with very powerful heat radiating systems can venture that deep into the system. Fortunately, Wu is not a terribly interesting world. It has a thin atmosphere of nitrogen and methane, and the scorching surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of platinum. The world is tidally locked to Wu, leaving the sunward side scorched and irradiated wasteland, and the dark side frigid and ice crusted. Okay, And finally, we have the unidentified space facility, which should be the depot. Here we are. This space station appears to have been assembled from used off-the-shelf civilian ship modules and diverse origins. There are no obvious hull markings, and it is not broadcasting any ID signal. Well, let's board. And since there's gonna be Rachni probably, let's get a Gorgon with us, and maybe how about two tanks? No. Sure, how about Liara? I mean, biotics are pretty good versus Rachni, so let's get in here. Alright, here we are. You can see our new armor. Let's do the squad real quick. Liara, you can improve your barrier. Rex, you're good. And let's get in here. Pretty empty place here. We already have enemies though on the minimap. So Rex, please do the honors. Uh-oh. They're moving up here. I think they're circling back around. Come on, I see you.
That's the last of them.
Let's hope so. Weapons. And more weapons. Okay, nothing else here.
Form up.
Another one of these maze things. So, where did these Rachni actually come from? Novaria? Did someone on Novaria got these Rachni stole them, or... Well, apparently there's nothing left. Which is usually a sign. Which is usually a bad sign, not a good one. Knowing the Rachni, they're gonna pop out of something. Well, at least we have loot. Not that I need the money anymore. But at least I can frivolously just spend it on anything I want, even if it's just a minor upgrade. And it costs like thousands, hundreds of thousands of credits. I can still get it. Because I have 8 million. And I'm getting more every day. Chameleon Tool 9. I don't think I'll need it. I have a Savant 9, so maybe no. Well, I can get Omnigel if I reach the max money. Nothing in the cockpit. Okay, let's quick save here. And well, there's a bomb here.
Personal data recorder for Major Elena Flores.
Okay, Major Flores. Entry 1.
Play the first entry.
Sigma 23 is almost fully operational. The barracks and storage lockers are complete and we've begun stocking the munitions. It's highly unlikely the Alliance will patrol in the Nebula. I expect our only risk will be from pirates, and who'll believe them? Looks like we'll have space for 2 reinforced platoons of Cerberus commandos.
Cerberus. Is that a corporation?
We should have known. Of course it was Cerberus. I mean, who would be so secretive and doing all kinds of weird shit with Rachni?
Play the second entry.
The package arrived today for field testing. I'm told they're fundamentally similar to the units being developed on Noveria. They promised this batch would be stable. Something about them developing in proximity to the master control unit. We detected some pirates setting up an anchorage in a neighboring system. I think we'll try deploying them there first.
Alright. So who on Noveria was leaking to Cerberus about Rachni? Somebody in Binary Helix. Maybe it was Ventralis. He played everyone. Entry free.
Play the last entry.
They've escaped containment. Clever bastards. We treated them like animals. We should have treated them like POWs. They're spreading. Boarding the supply ships and sending them to random destinations. They'll be all over the cluster in a week. General, if you recover this message, my advice is, screw the Rachni. They're too smart. Use one of the other projects. Flores, signing off. For the final time.
This is a familiar story. A failed experiment with the Rachni. Nice to see humans are consistently stupid.
Yep, that's Cerberus for you. But that was an interesting little detail about what general. Is it Oleg? What was his name? Petrovsky or something like that? From the Omega DLC? Because he did some experiments with like adjutants and all kinds of stuff. And the message here said use some other project. I guess they're referring to maybe the Thorians or Creepers or Husks. It could be another general altogether, though. So let's log out.
Let's go.
The escaped Rachni definitely came from this station, though the motives behind this Cerberus group are vague. To prevent further contamination, arm the station's scuttle charges and evacuate to the Normandy. Okay. Well, let me just quick save first. Oops, sorry. Wrong button. 1 minute and 10 seconds. And we got Rachni. Come on, Rex. We can't waste all day here.
Regroup!
Oh, you guys are... There's something left there, but... We're 10 seconds away, so... Come on. Right in the nick of time. Okay. And now... I guess that quest is done. Still need a League of One medallion. Geth activities, yeah, oh, it's the Armstrong Nebula. And I guess that's going to be our next destination. So, let's not waste any more time. I guess that's done. This is the last system of exploration. Then we have Vermeer and the asteroid left.
Message coming in from the brass at Arcturus. Patching it through.
Normandy? Admiral Hackett here. We're getting reports of a marked increase in Geth activity in the Skyllian Verge. Surveillance drones have identified Geth Outposts on 4 different planets in the Armstrong cluster. We need someone to take them out.
Any more info? I mean, we've known about this since Pharaohs.
We have any idea what they're after?
Hard to say. They may be just gathering intel on us. Or maybe they're setting up staging grounds for hit-and-run attacks on human colonies.
Or worse.
It could be the first wave of an invasion.
Let's hope not. We need someone to investigate this, Shepard. Finding Saren is still your top priority, but you've got experience fighting the Geth. You're the logical choice to take out these outposts. We're transmitting all the locations of known Geth outposts in the Armstrong cluster to the Normandy now. Admiral Hackett out.
Alright. Here we are, and we have 4 systems. So let's start from the top. Vamshi. Or Vamshi. Okay, no asteroid belt. Almos is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sodium darkening its atmosphere. Straight to the point. Pregol is an enormous terrestrial world with an atmosphere of chlorine and ethane. Its surface is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of aluminum. No landing has ever been attempted. While scanning the planet, you discovered several marker buoys orbiting it. Chief Engineer Adams secured some high-res optical images of the buoys, which appeared to have been neglected for some time. Each one was marked with the Baetica colony insignia. We're still finding these, although we don't need them anymore. All we need is a League of One medallion. Maji or Maji. Cool. Twin stars here. Maji orbits the Vamshi binary giant stars. Nice. Vamshi A is a blue star of spectral class A4 III, which burns at half again the temperature of Sol. Vamshi B is an aging red giant of class M5 III over 220 times the size of Sol. Is it I or L or 1? I don't know. So Maji has a thin atmosphere of methane and carbon monoxide. The difference in temperature between the hemisphere facing the suns and that facing deep space causes constant wind, stirring the silica and sodium dust off the surface. Unsavory characters from the Terminus system occasionally use Maji for forms of cruel sport, dumping slaves, hostages, quarreling shipments, or even, when bored, vicious animals on the surface. One must kill the other before they will be rescued from the lethal radiation of the giant stars. Okay. And were there... Okay, that was the last planet. So let's land. And I believe we don't really... Do we infiltrate anything? I don't think so. Let's get Tali and Rex. Because this will end up being Tali's quest anyway. And we don't take her out much, so yeah, that's a cool view. Very Star Wars in a way. So what do we got? We got an anomaly, the Geth Outpost, and the debris. And I'll see you when I find something. Alright, we got a mineral. And so far, very windy. But little wind won't stop our Mako. So where is this mineral? Okay. And it was thorium. Let's do Tali. How about you get more into damping? We're fine. Let's keep going. And we're getting near the anomaly. Hopefully. Not super off the planet, but still tricky. Oh, there's 2 anomalies. Is it gonna be a fresh Maw? I wouldn't be surprised. What is this? An ancient debris? League of One? No, another insignia. The Edison colony. Okay. What about this? Is it gonna be a Geth trap? Okay. The hell? An odd skull. This massive skull is scored by deflected mass accelerator shots. The xenobiology files in your hardsuit computer can't identify the species. It must have been brought here from an unknown world. Okay, so this must be the slavers who play games here. So let's keep going. Alright, we're nearing the debris. And it's a crashed probe. damn it. Well, we got it eventually. Alright, let's go. And we got another mineral. Somewhere. Is it on top? Here we go. And it's beryllium. Yeah, pretty dark planet for such a... for two suns. But I guess the atmosphere is different. Let's go. Alright, we got another mineral. And apparently we have Geth turrets here. I think. Hopefully they won't shoot at us while we're down here. And it's magnesium. Now let's see what we can do here. There's a road here. Let's take it. Whoa. No. Okay. So the outpost must be up here. Let me just quick save. We're already jammed. Hello. God, this Mako.
Outposts left to clear out? This should be fun.
All right. One down. Anything around? Geth have any crates? Guess not. Well, time to leave. Alright, we're back on the ship. And we're gonna go to the next system right away. Which will be Hong. Okay, here we are. No asteroid belt again. Traeger is a tiny ice dwarf with a trace atmosphere of xenon and krypton. The frozen surface is mainly composed of water, ice, and ammonia. Cryovolcanic processes are gradually repaving the surface with sheets of fresh ice. We can survey. And we found lithium. Next, planet Teshaka is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant. In the past, it was often used as a drive discharge point for pirates raiding human settlements from the Terminus systems. In 2178, the Alliance set up a network of covert sensing devices on the planet's moons. Recordings of pirate FTL exit vectors over the course of 6 months led the Alliance Navy to 8 major pirate anchorages. Since the Teshaka raids, no ships from the Terminus have been reported in the Hong system. Alright. Matar is a terrestrial planet with a thick atmosphere composed of nitrogen and krypton. Its frigid surface is mainly composed of sodium oxide with deposits of copper. Because of noxious surface gases, explorers are warned to use extreme caution. Matar lacks a magnetic field. This makes it useless for discharging FTL drive cores. In orbit, the energetic particles of solar wind from Hong strike the upper atmosphere directly, ionizing the krypton. This gives the planet its distinctive minty green-white hue. And we found debris from a destroyed Asari freighter. Further scans uncovered a body which was brought on board. Dr. Trakoas examined it but learned nothing about its origins. Among the Asari's personal effects, however, was a matriarch Delanaga's writings. We have too many of those already. Next, Casbin, I think, in Pomal. We can land on Casbin, so let's read Pomal real quick. Is an enormous terrestrial planet with a very dense atmosphere of carbon dioxide and sodium. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of sodium oxides and deposits of nickel. There is evidence that Pomal was once covered with broad, shallow seas. Should a probe ever be sent to the surface, a check for ancient fossil life might prove valuable some other time, maybe. And Casbin is a classic pre-garden terrestrial world with conditions similar to those on Earth millions of years ago. Its hot, humid atmosphere is mainly composed of nitrogen and carbon dioxide. An increasing amount of the surface is covered by simple lichen and algae. Should no unexpected calamity occur, These tiny plants will change the atmosphere to an Earth-like nitrogen-oxygen mix over the next few millennia. Due to its potential for future habitability and sapient life, Casbin has been designated a sanctuary world by the Citadel Council. Landing is prohibited by law, and any disturbance of the fragile young ecosystem will result in harsh fines and imprisonment. At present, the planet is passing through the debris trail of a long-period comet, and I guess we're gonna have debris on the sky. Let's land and bring... How about Caden and Garrus this time? We'll take them out one by one. And let's see what we have. We got the Geth Outpost, an anomalous signal, an anomaly, and a debris. And we're gonna go around and see what we can find. Alright, we're nearing the mineral. Hopefully it's not, you know, on top of this, but I feel like it is. Can we find a smooth way up? I don't think this is gonna do it. Definitely not. Damn it. They had to put it right in the freaking... This is crazy. Fuck. Oh my god. I might skip this one. Have to go old school here. Come on, make it nice and slow. There you go. Alright, the completionist in me doesn't wanna give up.
Just lead the way. I'm here if you need me.
Okay, Garrus, I was trying to get into the car. Alright, let's continue. Alright, we're near an anomaly, and yeah, these green planets are definitely the worst to drive on. And one of my neighbors keeps dragging his freaking furniture. Hope you won't hear him. And now he's knocking, and it's really good for recording. Get into the best spirits, fucking asshole. So what is this? A beacon? Buried under the beacon was the identification tag of Captain Vane. There is no indication of why it was hidden here or who buried it in the first place. Let me do the squad. And sure, more damping. Okay, then get that decryption. And Garrus. Sure, get some overload. And I'll keep going to the debris, I think. Alright, we're nearing this debris. And we have enemies over there. No. You are not going down there, which barely climbed this. You are oh no. I swear to God. These planets are insane. This is why the Mako gets a bad rep. It's not the Mako. It's these green freaking planets. Come on, give me a scram rail. I was hoping for a League of One medallion, but whatever, let's check out those enemies real quick. Probably more Geth, judging by the icons there. Probably turrets. What a place to drive. And hey, more? What are you guys up to? Is the outpost? Man, my shield is almost down. You guys need to chill. Give me that loot. Alright, so what is it here? Oh, we got a... Let me do that again. Nah, won't let me. Deactivate Geth transmitter. The Geth array is transmitting regular data bursts on an encrypted channel using the Alliance's own FTL comm buoys. It's not clear where the data is being directed nor the content of the signal. Well, debris. I guess we did that. Well, we'll find out, I guess. But for now, let's keep going. Not there, Mako. What? Planet is not enough. Now you're gonna find new obstacles. I see something down there. A mineral. He was shining in my eyes. So there was a road here, and we went all the way up the mountains. Great. Alright, mineral. I'm here to survey you. This is your lucky day. And it was gold, that's why it was so shiny. Alright. See you later. Alright, we found the outpost and we have the high ground here. Because I was searching for more minerals. So let's snipe them out. I need a better position. Too many at once, guys. Where is it coming from? Guess we better get down there. Whoa. Mako got some moves. Oh, we got a ship. Can we destroy it? Are we getting there? They're just standing around to be destroyed. I won't say no to that.
We're halfway to driving this damn bastard out of the system.
Well, still more to go. And I think we have more to do here. There's a mineral. Okay. We'll get that real quick. And then get out of here. We can find it. Of course, it's down there somewhere. Here we are. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, we're back on the ship after that, and since we don't really have too much time left in this episode, how about we find a quiet place here and read some Codex. And we were at secondary ships and vehicles, I believe. And let's start with crew considerations. Cabins give each individual 10 cubic meters of space. On larger vessels, private rooms are common. As ships get smaller, the number of crew packed into a single wardroom increases. Asari prefer shared spaces even on large vessels, while Krogan territorial instincts make it impossible for them to cohabitate even on the smallest ship. Makes sense. On smaller vessels, not bunking is the norm. Crew members assigned to different watches share the same bunk. When one gets off duty, he wakes up the person in the bunk. While the crewman is on duty, the first gets his rack time. Spacecraft compartments can be isolated by airtight doors in case of decompression. The cinematic vision of explosive decompression is fiction. Hold compartments either take enough damage that occupants are killed instantly or leak slowly enough that they are able to reach protective gear. Compartments are equipped with emergency life support apparatus, fireproof plastic bubbles with air bottles, small when stowed, ELSA comfortably accommodate one individual. Inflated damage control procedure cuts off ventilation to burning compartments. Without oxygen to consume, fires die in seconds. The compartment is repressurized afterwards for crew recovery. Mass effect fields create an artificial gravity, AGRAV, plane below the decks, preventing muscle atrophy and bone loss in 0G. Large vessels arrange their decks perpendicularly to their thrust axis. The highest decks are at the bow and the lowest at the engines. This allows AGRAV to work with the inertial effects of thrust. Ships that can land arrange their decks laterally so the crew can move about while the vessel is on ground. Warships normally turn off their AGRAV system during combat, reducing the heat generated by systems and increasing combat endurance. To provide a point of reference for navigating in 0Gs, floors are painted a different color from walls and ceilings. Interesting. Alright, next we got cruisers. Cruiserweight starships are a standard combat unit encountered away from large naval bases. The poor bloody infantry of most fleets. Nimble scouting frigates have neither the punch nor the stamina to stand up to serious combat, and the mighty dreadnoughts are a strategic resource, carefully hoarded and committed to the most critical battles. Cruisers perform routine, independent, show the flag patrols in settled systems, and lead flotillas of frigates in small engagements, such as pirate suppression campaigns. In major fleet engagements, cruiser squadrons support the dreadnought battle line by screening their flanks against enemies attempting to maneuver for a main gun bow shot from their vulnerable broadsides. Alliance cruisers are named after cities on Earth. Okay, next we got dreadnoughts. The dreadnought is the ultimate arbiter of space warfare. Millions of tons of metal, ceramic, and polymer dedicated to the projection of firepower against an enemy vessel of like ability. No sane commander would face a dreadnought with anything less than another dreadnought. Makes sense? A dreadnought's power lies in the length of its main gun. Dreadnoughts range from 800 meters to 1 kilometer long, with a main gun of commensurate length. An 800-meter mass accelerator is capable of accelerating 1 2-kilogram slug to a velocity of 283 kilometers every 2 seconds. Each slug has the kinetic energy of 38 kilotons of TNT, 3 times the energy released by the fission weapon that destroyed Hiroshima. When used to bombard planets, some of this kinetic energy is lost due to atmospheric re-entry friction. As a rule of thumb, each Earth atmosphere of air pressure saps approximately 20% of projectile energy impact. The Turian fleet presently has 37 dreadnoughts, the Asari 21 and the Salarian 16. Humanity has 6, with an additional hull under construction at Arcturus Station. Alliance battleships are named for mountains of Earth: Everest class, Everest, Fuji, Elbrus; Kilimanjaro class, Kilimanjaro, Taishan, Shasta, Aconcagua under construction. Okay. Next, we got fighters. Fighters are a single-pilot combat small craft. They are lightweight enough that they can be economically fitted with powerful Element 0 cores, making them capable of greater acceleration and sharper maneuvers than starships. Kinetic barrier shields changed starship battles from short, vicious bloodbaths to extended, indecisive slugging matches. Only the main gun of a dreadnought could punch a mass accelerator slug through the barriers of an opposing dreadnought. This changed with the development of fighter-launched mass disruptor torpedo, a short-range weapon that can penetrate kinetic barriers to destroy their project assemblies. Starship Guardian defenses must be overwhelmed through swarm tactics. Fighter groups can take heavy casualties pressing their torpedo attacks home. Once fighter-launched torpedoes have crippled an enemy's barriers, the mass accelerators on frigates and cruisers can make short work of them. Interceptors are a type of fighter optimized to attack other fighters with no ability to damage starship. Interceptors are used to screen friendly units from incoming fighter attack. Overall, I guess the fighter pilots have it the worst. They seem to be very in harm's way. You have the Guardian lasers, then you have interceptors, so I see their lifespans must be really short than other ship pilots. Starships, frigates. This is the Normandy, right? So, frigates are light escort and scouting vessels. They often have extensive guardian systems to provide anti-fighter screening for capital ships and carry a squad of marines for security and ground sign duty. Unlike larger vessels, frigates are able to land on planets. Frigate drive systems allow them to achieve high FTL cruise speeds. They also have proportionally larger thrusters and lighter design mass, allowing them to maneuver more handily. In combat, speed and maneuverability make a frigate immune to the long-range fire of larger vessels. In the time it takes projectile to reach them, frigates are no longer where they were predicted to be. In fleet combat, frigates are organized into wolfpack flotillas of 4 to 6 wolfpacks, speed through enemy formations, hunting enemy vessels whose kinetic barriers have been taken down by fighter-launched disruptor torpedoes. The wolfpack circle strafes vulnerable targets, using their superior speed and maneuverability to evade return fire. Alliance frigates are named for great battles in human history, and we'll leave those for next time. Maybe we'll do some primaries.
Faster-than-light drives use Element Zero cores to reduce the Sovereign is the flagship of the rogue Spectre's Saren. An enormous dreadnought larger than any other ship in any known fleet, it is crewed with both Geth and Krogan. At 2 kilometers long, its spinal-mounted main gun is likely capable of penetrating another dreadnought's kinetic barriers with a single shot. How Saren acquired this incredible warship is unknown. The prevailing opinion is that Sovereign is a Geth construct, while others believe it is a Prothean relic. Its design, however, hints at a more alien and mysterious origin. The attack on Eden Prime demonstrated Sovereign's ability to generate mass effect fields powerful enough to land on a planetary surface. This implies it has a massive Element Zero core and the ability to generate staggering amounts of power.
Yeah, well, Saren did know about Sovereign. We learned that in the book. But I don't think he knew it was Prothean. I mean, that it was a Reaper. He obviously didn't know, but I don't think he thought it was Prothean. He thought it was something more alien and superior to anything that he thought the Protheans built, like the mass relays and the Citadel. Okay. Let me see, do we have a lot of these, or...
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals.
Okay. Well...
Biotics is the... Faster-than-light drives use ship mobility dominates space combat. The primary objective is to align the mass accelerator along the bow with the opposing vessel's broadside. Battles typically play out as artillery duels, fought at ranges measured in thousands of kilometers, though assaults through defended mass relays often occur at knife fight ranges, as close as a few dozen kilometers. Most ship-to-ship engagements are skirmishes between patrol vessels of cruiser weight and below, with dreadnoughts and carriers only deployed in full-scale fleet actions. Battles in open space are short and often inconclusive, as the weaker opponent typically disengages. Once a ship enters FTL flight, the combat is effectively over. There are no sensors capable of tracking them or weapons capable of damaging them. The only way to guarantee an enemy will stand and fight is to attack a location they have a vested interest in, such as a settled world or a strategically important mass relay.
All right. Interesting stuff. And let's also do the Mako and get rid of all these ships and vehicles.
The Mako infantry fighting vehicle was designed for the System Alliance's frigates. Though the interior is cramped, an M35 is small enough to be carried in the cargo bay and easily deployed on virtually any world. With its turreted 155mm mass accelerator and coaxially mounted machine gun, the Mako can provide a fire team with weapon support as well as mobility. Since Alliance Marines may be required to fight on any world, the Mako is environmentally sealed and equipped with microthrusters for use on low-gravity planetoids. The Mako is powered by a sealed hydrogen-oxygen fuel cell and includes a small Element Zero core. While not large enough to nullify the vehicle's mass, the core can reduce it enough to be safely airdropped. When used in conjunction with thrusters, it also allows the Mako to extricate itself from difficult terrain.
Okay. We should have had a mission. A Mako versus a Reaper. That would have been cool. We could have avoided the laser with the Mako. Okay. I think this is enough for today. And next time we're gonna continue in the Armstrong cluster. But for now, thank you for watching and farewell.